That didn't sound good. Oh my word. Oh my days. Hi guys, welcome to my Crime at 9 roundup. So basically I love reading young adult novels. It's what I read the most of in my life. I love magic, coming of age, things like that. I love young adult novels. I write young adult novels. But sometimes when I'm reading all about teenagers and magic and animals, it can get a bit too much if I read too many consecutively, so I tend to break it up by reading a little bit of what I call Crime at 9, basically thrillers, crime novels. So I'm going to talk about what I've read of late in between each magical book. Probably do a few of these a year, depending on how many I've read in between. So let's just kick this off. The first one I read that I really liked recently was Dead Men's Bones by James Oswald. Now, I hadn't heard of this before. He is new to me, and he was given to me kindly by my neighbour Judy to read because she saw I loved a bit of a thriller. It's about a politician who has some dark and deadly dealings. Ooh, alliteration. He kills his children, then he kills his wife, and then he kills himself. And Detective Inspector McLean is called in to figure it all out. And I really liked it. It's set in Scotland. It's very wintry, autumnal. It was a really easy, quick read. Highly recommend this. And I saw at the back that there are other novels with the same sort of theme. I didn't feel like I needed to have read these when I was reading this, except for the odd sort of reference to past lovers and things that I think that maybe had a deeper context than I realised. But I think I'm going to look into getting some more of his actually. So yeah, love that. Next one, this was an impulse buy from WHSmith's. It's Sweet Little Lies by Kaz Freer, and I bought this for several reasons. First of all, Tell Me Lies, Tell Me Sweet Little Lies. One of my favourite songs by Fleetwood Mac. Cover was cool, and it was sponsored by like Richard and Judy or something. It's won some sort of award. I loved this book. I read it really quickly. It's set at Christmas. Again, it's following an investigator, and it's really good. It says here, in 1998, Mary Ann Doyle disappeared. Then it's got, my dad was involved in the disappearance of Mary Ann Doyle. And it's crossed out. And I was like, ooh, what's going on? Dad knew something about it. Mary Ann Doyle was never seen again. Basically, it's about a detective inspector who, she's a policewoman. It's told in 2 times, and she's investigating this crime. And it reminds her of her past. When she was a kid. I don't want to spoil it for you. I think you should read this book. It was very quick to read, very, very easy. I love it when you buy a book impulsively and it turns out to be something that you thoroughly enjoy. Love that. Also, the television rights have just been bought. I saw on Twitter. And funnily enough, all I was saying to Jay whilst I was reading this throughout, I was just like, this would make a good show. I can imagine us watching this very kind of Luther. Loved it. Get it. Now, okay, I'm currently reading a book, but I'm going to tell you a bit. First of all, The Girl on the Train. Now, I read this a long time ago. I bought it on Kindle by accident, but it was so good and I loved it. So much so I now own the hardback. Basically, I bought this not so long ago. I went to Hay on Wye and I bought it secondhand, couple of quid. Love a bargain. I just loved this book. So many twists and turns and so much happening. You just want to shake Rachel so many times. I just loved it. And the reason I went and bought the hardback was because right now I am reading Into the Water, which is the sequel by Paula Hawkins. So I bought it based on the fact that I loved The Girl on the Train. And I just realised it's all like blurry on the cover. It's supposed to be. It's taken a long time to get to the point of this book. I am on page 247, and I can't say I'm not enjoying it, because when I am reading it, I'm quite engrossed, and it's from a lot of different people's perspectives, and I think that the best way to probably read this is to read this just straight through, just plow on through as fast as you possibly can, because sometimes when I come back to it, I can't remember who each person is. I am enjoying it. He says hesitantly. There's clearly a but. The but is, I don't think about it when I'm not reading it. Now, for me, a really good book makes me want to just race over to the chair and pick it up again and not put it down. This, I have been quite happy to put down. But I can't say I don't like it. I haven't finished it yet. It took about flipping 250 pages to get anywhere, and I can't say I love the characters or even loathe the characters. I'm just sort of going through the motions with it a bit. I can see this being on TV. Again, it's very suited for that. If you don't know what it's about a pool of water that is a sort of bend in the river, and this river has basically claimed a lot of lives over the years, and one particular lady was fascinated with it. I say was. She was fascinated with it and all the killings that happened and suicides that have happened in this pool of river. And it's not a spoiler to say at the very, very beginning, this person has also died in the river, and it's about the fallout of that, I guess, and the secrets of these people in this little town in England. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't love it. Or I don't love it yet. I don't have that long to go. My plan is tonight to finish reading it. So even now I've opened it to a page and it's Erin. I don't know who Erin is. I can't remember. Isn't that terrible? Perhaps there are just too many perspectives. You know? Perhaps it's just a little bit too complicated. Anyway, I bought the hardback book of this because I already had the hardback book of this, and I've suddenly become reading has become very tactile for me again. It was all about the Kindle. So that's what I've been reading through Crime at 9. I plan to do one of these blogs every probably few months, because I'll probably read a thriller in between each young adult book. But yeah, that's my roundup. I'm going to let you know how I feel about Into the Water in the end. It is October and it's actually quite cold in here tonight, and I'm going to be watching Skyfall. I love Skyfall, and it came out on my birthday, which is Halloween, by the way. And I went to see it on my birthday when it was released. I don't remember what year it was, but I've loved it ever since. And I'm on my own tonight in the house, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch a little Skyfall. You may have caught a glimpse of my bookmark. I had this from WHSmith. A little bit of a teaser, Book of Dust, and what's really frustrating is I'm having it for my birthday and it has arrived. It is in the house. La Belle Sauvage is upstairs and I can't read it yet. And actually it's taking a lot for me not to just go upstairs and just read it. But no, it's fine. I'm going to finish Into the Water and then I might just write until my birthday rather than start a new book. And save myself for Dust and Lyra. Love a free bookmark. Well done, WHSmith. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, hit like, share, tell your friends. Welcome me to YouTube. Thank you. Bye. I'm really self-conscious right now. This is not an idea of a natural existence. Isn't it strange that when a camera gets pointed at you, suddenly you're really self-conscious even though you're just talking to nothing and talking to you? Why am I very handsy? I don't like it. I'm trying to be natural. Shake it off. I hate myself. I'm really embarrassed. This is terrible. Who doesn't want to watch this? Calm yourself, Miguel. Calm yourself.